Thank you, Toastmaster, for that introduction. It's great to be here with our fellow Toastmasters in person and online. Towards a brighter America. Do you ever feel that life these days is like riding a tilt-a-whirl? The media feeds us a steady diet of hopelessness and lassitude and fake news. But outside the internet, there is an upsurge in revolution around the world. And I want to use my leadership skills and my charismatic speaking skills to nudge America towards a brighter future. In 2018, during the pandemic when my son Angel turned 18, everything that we held dear, like fixing bikes at Cycles for Change and selling them on Craigslist, youth band, playing guitar at street outreach, was suddenly ripped away from us. And then my mom was no longer able to care for herself. She came to us with her whole life packed in 2 duffel bags, all the way from Illinois. Wow. Is that it? You work, you raise a kid, you take a few vacations, and you hope that your kid can take care of you when you're old. She needed me to take care of her, but I couldn't. But that's another story. At the same time, businesses and schools and places of worship were shut down. Our government was sending billions and billions and billions of dollars to foreign wars to protect democracy. I was terrified that Biden was going to draft my son to serve as cannon fodder in a proxy war to start a nuclear war with Russia. For what? In my search for answers, I found a group of anti-imperialist activists who are building an anti-monopoly coalition to stop the march towards World War III and a low-wage police state. They're called the Center for Political Innovation. They believe that the way to peace and prosperity is through trade, not war and sanctions. They're called the Center for Political Innovation, CPI. In 2022, when the African People's Socialist Party, also known as Uhuru, spoke against the Ukraine proxy war, the FBI violently raided their homes and offices and tried to throw them in jail for 15 years and charge them hundreds of thousands of dollars under the pretext of being Russian agents. CPI was the first on the ground to support their right to anti-colonial free speech. For us, it was more than just an organization. It was about standing in solidarity with anyone who dares to challenge the system of imperialism, globalism that is grinding nations into poverty. CPI is a movement that builds community. It has given me the purpose that I thought I had lost, and it has turned my fear into action, confidence in motion. Now I write articles and post videos for our website about development projects in other countries to give a glimpse of hope in the dark news cycle. I wrote this book, Africa's Flame, The Rise of Ibrahim Traore, about the great charismatic president of Burkina Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traore. Burkina Faso is liberating themselves from French neocolonialism, and they are fighting with their allies, their neighboring countries, Mali and Niger, against the ISIS terrorists who are backed by NATO. As our infrastructure is crumbling, our bridges are falling apart, planes are falling out of the sky, housing and medical care and education and groceries are becoming more and more unaffordable. Burkina Faso is investing in agro-pastoral and fishing offensive. And they're building factories and roads. And they offer free healthcare for women having babies. And they are giving free education from kindergarten to college. And you get a stipend when you're in college so you can focus on your studies. They want to rebuild their country. And what would the world look like if American leaders were building instead of bombing? Burkina Faso and its allies, including Russia, are showing that the way to peace and prosperity is through cooperation, not domination. On April 30, after the United States AFRICOM had signaled regime change intent in Burkina Faso, CPI was proud to join with the Uhuru movement and other organizations to march in the streets in support of Ibrahim Traore and Burkina Faso. With our banners, we marched and we shouted, "Hands off Africa, hands off Traore, hands off Uhuru." So you see, we're making a difference. We're not just an online fandom. And I'm able to bring my whole family to peace rallies and make new friends.
Build the peace bridge! Build the peace bridge!
We support peace talks and Ukraine war! We support peace talks and Ukraine war!
So why Toastmasters? Well, even Burkina Faso is part of Toastmasters. And I want to be able to use my public speaking skills at an upcoming event for CPI as the team captain of Minnesota, because I will be delivering a speech about the history of our organization on January 11th. So using my charisma, I want to use my public speaking skills and leadership skills to grow our organization and to nudge America towards a brighter, more prosperous future. Thank you.